I found out my fiancé has been trying to break things off with me because he's sleeping with his coworker. We've been together for a few years and have lived in the same house for almost 2 years. During that time, I really thought he was perfect for me. I mean, I truly believed he was made just for me. He used to say sweet things that made me feel the same way about him too. We had so many good times together, and I thought we were building a future. Last week, he suddenly tried to break up with me. It came out of nowhere and really shocked me. He said he was too stressed and thought it would be good if we took a break. He suggested I should go stay with my mom for a while. When I asked him why, he didn't give clear answers. He just kept saying he needed space. I tried really hard to believe that he was just working too hard because it was true. He had just gotten a big job promotion and was working more hours and paying our bills. But deep down in my gut, I felt there was something else going on. You know that feeling when you just know something isn't right? That's how I felt. After we talked, he left the house for a while. He said he was going to a car meet with his girlfriend. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now I realize how strange that sounds. When he came back later that night, he seemed different. He said he wanted to fix things and that he did want me in his life after all. I was so relieved that I agreed right away. I said okay, we would take things slow and try to make things better. I didn't know we had any problems before this, so I thought maybe we just needed to spend more time together or something. Yesterday, he came home from work and as soon as I saw him, I felt really bad. I was so worried I couldn't breathe right. My heart was racing, and I felt sick to my stomach. I asked him if he was still going to leave me. We ended up having a long talk. He said he still felt the same way he did last week, but he didn't break up with me then because he was afraid I might hurt myself. That really upset me because I've never said or done anything to make him think that. He kept saying there was nothing else going on, but that he just needed to be alone and missed having freedom. It felt like he was hiding something, but I couldn't figure out what. During our talk, he also told me what he didn't like about me. It hurt to hear these things because I thought we were happy. He said I feel my emotions too much and I'm too good, like an angel. At first, I thought that was a compliment, but he made it sound like a bad thing. He said I don't sleep with him enough and that I don't say nice things to him enough or really try hard in our relationship. But I couldn't understand this because I was the one doing all the housework, managing our money, planning everything for us, picking up his dirty socks and underwear around the house, and buying anything he needed. I was always trying to make his life easier. All he did was go to work and come home to play his video games. I was okay with that because playing games was his hobby and I wanted him to have time to relax. But now it feels like he didn't see all the effort I was putting in. After he left, I felt so lost and alone. I called my mom and my friend to come help me pack my things. I just couldn't be in that house anymore, surrounded by all our memories. While we were packing, we found something that changed everything. There was a notebook he had been writing in, hidden in his closet. He had told me before that he was writing in a journal, which I thought was good because writing down your feelings can help you deal with stress and stuff. I even encouraged him to do it more. But now I know he was using it as an excuse to meet up with a girl. Finding that notebook was like a punch to the gut. I wish I could show you pictures of what he wrote, but it's probably better that I don't. He basically wrote about 4 pages saying how he was so into this new girl. It was like reading about a stranger, not the man I thought I knew. He wrote that he couldn't wait for me to be gone and that he wanted to save her, the girl he works with, from her mean ex-boyfriend. It was so awful to read those words. I think my heart stopped when I read it. Everything I thought I knew about our relationship came crashing down in that moment. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm sad, angry, confused, and hurt all at the same time. It's like a storm of emotions inside me. I'm sad that once again, I was told I was the perfect girlfriend just to be betrayed again and again. This isn't the first time this has happened to me, which makes it even harder. My first boyfriend cheated on me with 7 other girls during our 4 years together. Can you imagine how that felt? And then my second boyfriend told me his ex-girlfriend was the one that got away. It's like I can't win in love. My current, well, I guess now ex-boyfriend used to say he was amazed by me. Everyone I've ever been with has said that. People always tell me that I'm kind and have an old soul. I feel good about myself, so I know I didn't do anything to deserve this. Nobody ever deserves to be cheated on. But it still makes me wonder why this keeps happening to me. But you know what? I also can't believe I let myself be with such a weak man for so long. Now that I look back, I can see that he is very unsure of himself and can't do things on his own. He always needs others to tell him what to do, or to guide him. It's like he can't make decisions without someone holding his hand. How could I have been the girlfriend that gets cheated on when only one woman started working at his all-male job a few months ago? It just shows how little self-control he has. I want you to know that I am safe now. That's the most important thing. I have moved back in with my parents for now. They've been really supportive and I'm grateful for that. We are getting a big truck on Friday, and I'm taking everything in that apartment with me because everything is mine, except his computer and desk. I bought most of our stuff because I was always the one thinking about what we needed. I don't know what to do next with my life, but at least I'm away from him. I know I shouldn't want a relationship right now, but I can't help it. I want someone to choose me, for once. Is that so much to ask? Maybe it's just because I haven't slept alone in years, and suddenly I have to now, I don't know. It's scary to think about being single again. I don't have any friends nearby. I don't have anyone to hang out with or talk to. It's just me and my dog again. At least my dog loves me unconditionally, right? Update. Something unexpected happened this morning. His mom called me around 9:30. I was surprised to hear from her, but it turned out to be a good conversation. She said sorry for what her son did, told me she was very disappointed in him, and said that it made her feel sick. I lived with her for a few months before, so I have a good relationship with her and trust her. She's always been kind to me. It was nice to hear that someone from his family was on my side. None of us saw this coming at all. It made me realize that it wasn't just me who was blindsided by all of this. After talking to his mom, I knew I had to deal with the practical stuff. I told him to call me this morning because we needed to talk about splitting up our things. I tried to be businesslike about it. I told him when I'd be there to get my stuff, and when we were coming with a big truck. But after we sorted out the logistics, I couldn't help myself. I just said, "Explain yourself." I wanted answers. I deserved answers. But you know what he did? He tried to turn it around on me and ask why I'd told certain people about what happened. Can you believe that? I was so angry. I said, "Well, why did you cheat? You need to be answering questions right now, not asking them." I wasn't going to let him make me feel bad for reaching out for support when he's the one who cheated. He didn't tell me much, which was frustrating but not surprising. I think now that everything is out in the open, I can really believe that when he says he doesn't know why he did something, he really means it. I don't think he knows why. I don't think he even thinks at all about anything. It's like he just does things without considering the consequences. I asked why he cheated, and all he said was, "I wanted some fun, and we haven't had sex in a while." Those aren't reasons, those are excuses. I asked if he ever really cared about me, and he said yes, but that he thinks we met at the wrong time. That's a bad excuse, and that we only got close because of bad things that happened to us, which might be true, but it's still not an excuse for what he did. It's like he was trying to find any reason to justify his actions instead of just admitting he made a terrible mistake. He went on to say that he doesn't hate me at all, that he thinks I'm a really amazing person, and that he doesn't have any bad feelings towards me. That doesn't really help me now, does it? It's like he thinks saying nice things about me will make up for what he did. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, after I move out completely, I'm done, and there's no reason to keep talking to him. I need to focus on healing and moving forward with my life. No more picking up his dirty clothes off the floor, cleaning up his messes, and teaching him how to be a grown-up. I thought it was okay because I was still learning things myself, but it went too far. I realized now that I was more of a mother to him than a partner, and that's not healthy for either of us. It seems his main reason for doing what he did is that we didn't have sex as much as he wanted. I feel like I need to explain this part because it's important. We did it a lot at first, but I realized it was kind of a way for me to deal with bad things that happened to me before. I told him I was asexual before we even started dating, and he said that he was okay with that. He never forced me or tried to make me feel bad about it, so I felt safe to let things slow down for a while as I worked on myself. And then there were other things that affected our intimacy. After finding out that he had 10 bad teeth, with one being so bad they had to take out the whole tooth, I couldn't bring myself to kiss him deeply anymore. It wasn't just about the teeth, but it made me realize he wasn't taking care of himself, and that was a turn-off. And without that physical closeness, plus losing a baby in 2023, and how stressed I'd been taking care of most of our money stuff, I just couldn't get in the mood for sex. But instead of talking to me about it like an adult, he decided to cheat. That's not okay. So now, I'm trying to pick up the pieces of my life. It's hard, and some days are better than others. But I'm determined to get through this and come out stronger on the other side. I know I deserve better. And someday, I hope to find someone who will appreciate me for who I am. For now though, I'm focusing on healing and learning to be happy on my own. It's a journey, but I'm ready to take it one day at a time.